up, guys? Welcome back to the channel where transparency meets trading. If you're new here, my name is Tiana, and my goal is to share my true and transparent Forex/futures trading journey. And for this video, we are going to be doing a recap on a few of the trades that I have taken in the last couple of weeks. But before I begin, I do want to apologize to my subscribers because I have not posted a video in about the last 2 weeks. And the reason being is because, as you can see, we're in a new place. I just moved into a new apartment, and number two, if you guys don't know, I am also starting nursing school. I went to orientation this week, so I will be extremely busy this semester, but I'm going to stay consistent with posting and uploading for you guys. I'm also going to continue trading throughout nursing school so I can show you guys how I'm able to support myself while also, still maintaining my quote unquote 9 to 5 or going to school, because it is doable, it is possible, and I want to motivate someone else in the same position that I'm in. But as you can see, we're in a new environment, a new apartment. You can see the quality and the content is going to be better. I got new cameras, microphones. So like when I tell you we coming out with bangers, we're coming out with bangers from here on out. So I do apologize. I know I was supposed to come out with these videos, but I don't want to put out trash content or rush content to you guys. When I put something out, I want it to be quality. So I wasn't going to put anything out until I got all of this stuff done. As you can see in the back, it's kind of cute, ain't it? If it ain't mind your business. But without further ado, let's get into last week or the week before that's trade. If you are new here, the way that I do things and the way that I explain the trades I take is we're going to go over three things. Number one, we're going to go over and identify the story of the market. It's important that you know the story of the market before you even think about entering into a trade. Number two, we're going to go over my entry into the trade. And then number three, we're going to go into my exit from the market. All right, so before we begin to look at the story of the market, I say this during every video, but if you see all of these colored trend lines and you are new here, please do not be alarmed. The way that I trade is based on structure, and so anything that I label on here, I want you guys to be able to follow along with me. It's one thing for me to tell you what I see, but it's another thing for me to actually show you. So anything in the 4 hour is color coded in purple, or that represents the 4 hours color coded. Anything that represents the 1 hour is color coded in blue, and anything that represents the 30 minutes is color coded in orange. I just want to make sure that you guys know that so no one is confused. But without further ado, again, let's get into this story. So as you can see right here, I have labeled in purple that price is going in an uptrend on that 4 hour. You can see that price did an impulse. It made a correction as it pulled back, and then it started trending upwards again in the market. And so right here in this box, we're going to label 4 hour going in an uptrend. This is something that I like to do. Personally, for me, I also recommend it for you guys. I like to label the trend of each time frame because as you go farther and farther down into the charts or into the time frames, like the 15-minute, 30-minute, sometimes it's easy to forget the overall trend of the market. And it's very important to remember that because sometimes the overall trend will trump the action that's happening on those smaller time frames. But anyway, so you can see that I labeled 4 hours going in an uptrend. Let's go down to look at this 1 hour trend. And as you can see, this 1 hour is also going in an uptrend. You can see price pushed upward, had a pullback to the 23.6% fib level, and then continue pushing forward all the way to that purple 4 hour zone that we talked about. So in this box, we're going to label that price is going in an uptrend on the 1 hour. And then another thing to note on this 1 hour is that price is at a negative 61.80% fib level. The reason that this is important is, for me personally, this is an indication that price could possibly be reversing because this structure on the 1 hour has played out. All right, so let's go down into this 30 minutes. So as you can see right here, we had an impulse upward. Price pulled back, it continued going upward, pulled back and continue going upward a little bit. So we're going to label right here that price is in an uptrend. Uptrend. but you also can see that right here we have some divergence. Divergence means that what price is doing on the RSI is opposite of what price is doing on the chart, and this indicates reversal. So you can see that right here price is trending upwards direction, and right here price is trending in a downwards direction. So now that we have kind of talked about the trends of the market on each time frame, what is a summary of the story that I got from the market? Now, I know that all of the trends say uptrend, but hear me out. This is one of those situations where this is the only type of situation where I will trade against 30-minute structure. And let me tell you why. Because for me personally, even though I'm looking at this, I have a strong feeling that price is about to reverse in the market. So in my head, I'm looking for sales. And these are the 3 reasons why. Number one, as we talked about earlier, price is testing this 4-hour zone, and there was also a doji candle on the daily time frame. So that's one indication that price is about to reverse and push down. Number two, as I said before, on the 1-hour time frame, you can see that price is at this negative 61.8% fib level. So that is my second large indication that price is about to push down. Number three, as I stated earlier, this 30-minute is diverging, and not only that, it's also overbought on the RSI. You can see that's represented right here by this green areas, where price kind of comes above this little purple thing. So you can see that price is overbought. And that's another indication of reversal. And then number four, you can see that on this 30-minute, price came back to test the 23.6% fib level, but then it pushed up to hit TP1. After price hits TP1, because it only pulled back to this 23.6% fib level, I was only expecting it to go to TP1. So that's another indication to me that price now is about to reverse. So because I'm seeing all of these indications of reversal on these different time frames, for me, this story is telling me that I'm looking for sales in the market. If you have any questions about why my analysis or why my thinking was that way, please comment below and let me know. But because of that, again, I'm looking for sales. So now we're going to look for what I talked about earlier. Number two, my entry into the market. So we're going to go down to this 15-minute time frame. And as you can see, I took a sale for that week. And again, you can see right here on this 15-minute, let me draw it out, that originally price was going in an uptrend. You had price come right here, pull back, come right here, pull back, come right here. Now at this point right here, price broke 15-minute structure. So I'm gonna write that out for you guys. We're gonna label that in pink. So price broke 15-minute structure. That was my first indication of an entry for a sale. Next, you can see that price broke this 15-minute trend line, came back to retest it. It retested it twice. It retested it once right here, and then it also retested it right here in this area, which is the area that I entered. So that was my second indication of, okay, now that I already know I'm looking for sales, but this is my second indication to take a entry for a sale. Number three, my third reason as to why I took this entry is because you can see that we have a small divergence right here, again, where price is doing something opposite on the RSI, what it's doing on the chart. So these are the 3 reasons that in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a sale. I'm already looking for sales, but this is a great entry right here for me to get into that sale. So that's why I entered into the market. You can see I entered right here at about 1 p.m. on July 15th. And I had my stop loss set at 15 pips and my take profit set down here. So now the last thing that we have to talk about is my exit from the market. I do my exits based off of fib levels. So as you can see right here, price pulled back to the 23.6% fib level. And because it only pulled back to this fib level, I know that I'm looking for price to only go to TP1. So as price came down here, once it hit that 0.0% fib level, I took partial profits. And I also moved my stop loss into break even. So now I have a completely risk-free trade. And then I waited for price to push all the way down to my TP1, which is that 27.00%. And I took the rest of my profits. And so that's how I got out of that trade. Now, I know some people may have a question of, well, Tiana, how did you know to get out exactly at this point? I probably would have stayed in that trade and then it would have just completely reversed and I probably would have got out and my psychology would have took over, la da 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 da. You get me? And I'm gonna explain to you exactly why I knew to get out at this point. So the biggest thing and the most important thing for my reasoning behind this is because of structure. You have to understand what structure you are trading and what time frame you are in. I knew that this trade that I took was based off of 15-minute structure, not 30-minute structure, 15-minute structure. So that means that that overall 30-minute structure still has to play out. You can see I have 30-minute structure labeled by this orange right here. I'm going to label this 15-minute in pink so you guys don't get confused. So boom, boom, boom. You can see that that's 15-minute structure. So as you can see, price broke this 30-minute structure. So overall, we have this 30-minute impulse downward, but we know that once price broke this area, it has to pull back. It has to pull back before it continues to play out. So that thus meaning the next 15-minute structure is going to go in an uptrend. So right here, you can see that this 15-minute structure is now going in an uptrend in order to give you that pullback on that 30-minute, which is I'm going to have labeled here in orange, before you get that continuation downward. So I hope that makes sense. But again, let's go over it again. The trade that I took was on 15-minute structure, so that I knew that the next 15-minute structure was going to give me that pullback for that 30-minute labeled in orange before price continued down. But you never know how far price is going to pull back. Some people might have stayed in this trade, but for me personally, I'm not giving my money back to the market. I'm going to take my profit on that 15-minute structure, and if I find another entry before that impulse down, I will take it. But that sums up the trade for that week. I made, let's go and look at what I made. Again, I'm always going to show you guys the profits or the trades that I take with my broker or the platform that I trade on, because I want to be completely transparent. I know a lot of people that trade, they don't show you guys the actual money that they make. They just say, "Ooh, I made this, I made that," without actually showing you. My channel is again about transparency, so I'm always going to back up anything that I say with actual proof. So you can see right here on July 16th, this is where I took that partial profit that I talked about originally. And then this is where I completely closed the trade out. This is $1,000 account. So overall, this trade made me about 5% on the account. So that wraps up this video, you guys. I hope you guys were able to learn something. If you have a question about anything, please comment down below, and also like and subscribe the video if you want to see more content like this. I will be putting out trade recaps every week, along with other videos of any questions or ideas that you guys may have. But that's it. I will see you guys next week. Tiana out.